Hi friends, today I'm at the Wildlife Refuge and I couldn't think of a better place to share the story of Joseph with you today. Now, what is so special about Joseph? Well, for one, God chose him to be Jesus's foster dad, so that makes him pretty important. And we could use Joseph as a sort of masterclass to see how we can invite Jesus in our lives and foster love itself. Joseph was a quiet and obedient man. He was faithful, full of integrity, and he had this issue on his hand. You see, he was betrothed to Mary, but she was with child, and he didn't want to shame her. And so he was going to quietly pull back. That is, until he has an encounter with an angel. And his response gives me a clue that he was very familiar with this God of Israel, because he didn't question one bit what was said in any dream that he had had with an angel that had encountered in that dream as well. You see, the angel came to tell him that Jesus was the child of God himself, and that he was to be called Emmanuel, God with us. God has always been with us, friends, but never like this, in the flesh, manifested among men. And Joseph was chosen to guard and protect and foster love itself. And to me, that is a revelation that Joseph felt the worth of his soul in that very dream when the angel came to visit him. So what does it look like to foster Jesus? And can we do that in today's day and age? I got great news for you guys. We can. Because it happened to me. You see, I was chosen as a daughter late in my 30s by a man named Mike. I had some really devastating things happen in my life, as I've shared before. And so it left me with PTSD. And Mike, being a Vietnam veteran, knew my battlefield very well. He chose to not only be my dad, but he chose to be my fellow soldier. He would come on my rough days and hold my hand and just sit. And when I think of all of the ridicule that Mary faced, all the public disgrace and scorn and rumors, I think of how gentle Joseph was, how he would hold her hand, how he wouldn't have to ask her any questions. He just sat there in compassion and comfort and kindness. I mean, wow. Mike was that kind of a dad for me. And I thank God every day that he gave me the best chosen dad I could ever ask for. And so, friends, this holiday season, this season of Advent, I hope that you find that your soul has so much worth that Jesus came for you. He is God with us, Emmanuel, in our joys, in our triumphs, in our sorrows, and in our grief. He is on every terrain with us because he's in us. And I pray for you that you learn how to foster love itself within you so that you can learn to see it in your family, in your friends, in your neighbors, and in your community. And when you see Jesus in them, you can foster even more kindness, compassion, and love. And that, my friends, is the truest and most beautiful form of love that we could give to this world right now. Jesus, Emmanuel, God with us. May God be with you this week, and have a happy Christmas.